Dreamcast. I am your host, Denise Walsh. I combine science, scripture, and stories that will inspire you to dive deep, break through your own personal glass ceiling, and design a life of your dreams. Welcome back to the Dreamcast. In today's solo episode, I'm going to be talking about something that impacts most of us at some time in our lives, but some of us more than others. And this is the self-sabotaging habit of procrastination. Yes, good old procrastination. So what is procrastination? Basically, procrastination is when we say we want something, but we don't do it. We come up with an excuse, we put it on the back burner, we never seem to get around to it. And so even though we say we want to lose weight, have better relationships, pay off debt, hit a goal, we never actually do. And what happens when we experience or create this habit of procrastination is that it ends up becoming a default for us. So, for example, have you ever set your clock for 6 a.m. and then basically known you weren't going to get up? You know, you set your clock and you're thinking, okay, I'm going to get up in the morning. I'm going to go for my run. It's going to be awesome. But in the back of your mind, you already know you're going to press snooze 3 or 4 times and sleep in and miss your workout. Basically, you have self-integrity, self-trust out of alignment. You don't even believe your own word. And so when you say you want something, part of you knows you're not going to get it. Procrastination happens for a few reasons. The first one is basically, we need to acknowledge the fact that it's not important to us. You know what I mean? We say we want it, we're not making it a priority, so let's just own up to the fact that we really don't want that thing right now. We don't really care that much about losing weight or paying off debt or hitting our goal, or, it just really isn't that important. So first, if this is the case, let's own up to it, rearrange our priorities, and just stop saying we want it. That will bring your self-trust back into alignment. The second thing you can consider when you're thinking about this idea of creating a new habit is truly identifying your why. I had a friend one time tell me that the only reason people will procrastinate is if they don't have a why. And what that means is you don't want to. You don't have a strong enough inner desire to complete the task at hand. So you don't do it. So in this step, you would simply really cultivate your why. Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to hit a business goal? Why do you want to pay off debt? Why do you want to take your family to Disney? Why, until it flips a switch within you and lights that fire that creates that personal vision that we talk about so much. Identifying and deepening your why will give you the motivation to then follow through on the things that you say you are going to do. Now, I recently talked about this topic in my mastermind group, and we were talking about the fact that even though a lot of us have big dreams and big goals, and we want to experience and create and go for it, we self-sabotage. And a lot of times we self-sabotage because we don't know the how. I mean, we can self-sabotage because we're afraid. Really, we're afraid. We've got fear that comes up. We might not even recognize it because it comes in so softly, like it sneaks in sometimes, but we're afraid of success, or we're afraid of failure, or we're afraid of being vulnerable and putting ourselves out there. And what I find here is that if that's the case, there's a few journal prompts that I'd love to give you to help pull you through that fear to the other side. So the next few questions I'd love for you to ask yourself, and this really is about creating the finish line vision, the vision of what the finish line is going to feel like. be like, what you're going to experience, how your bank account, your health, your relationships are going to flourish once you've completed the process of doing the hard thing. So ask yourself, what does this process look like when it's flowing with ease, when others are benefiting from your work? What does your bank account look like when others are benefiting from this resources or supplements or business that you're offering them? What does it look like when everything is falling into place smoothly? In this step, you're really cultivating the vision, In the first one, we're cultivating the why, we're deepening the why. In the second one, we're cultivating that finish line. But even deeper than that, we're making the process feel easier. I know for me, the how can stop me in my tracks before I even really get started because I don't know how, or I don't know the steps. And so this exercise has been extremely helpful for me to pull me through those questions and trust the fact that the steps will come. I don't need to know everything all at once. All I need to do is have that clear, excited vision of what the process will look and feel like when it's going smoothly and what the finish line will look and feel like when it's a great success. And that vision is what will pull me through the mud of fear. Now, there may be some other times when you've procrastinated. Maybe you don't want to bring up hard feelings, or you don't want to experience a rocky relationship and you have to, you're procrastinating, confronting someone or talking to them about it. But really, when it comes down to it, it's fear typically at the root of what's stopping us. And so I don't know where you're at today and maybe what you are procrastinating on, but these two exercises, deepening your why and then deepening your vision of what that finish line will look like, will help you to build that self-trust. And it starts small. Both of them will light that fire in your belly. Both of them will create that personal vision that gets you excited to get out of bed in the morning. But it's the day-to-day consistency that's going to align your self-trust, that personal trust, where you then can build the confidence, where you know that you are going to say what you want and then go do it. So in the midst of that day-to-day emotional procrastination, I have a strategy for you to use. And this is from the 5-second rule, which is by Mel Robbins. You can YouTube her. There's a book, audio, I'm sure all over the place. A lot of you have read it, but basically it gives you less time to think and more time to take action. Count down from 5, count down from 3, and say 3, 2, 1, go. Just do it. Take action. Don't have any room for extra thinking, extra fear to sneak in, because you know what you want and you're simply going to get it done. 100% commitment is always easier than 99%, because at 99%, you have a way out and you have to decide, should I do it? Should I not do it? But with 100% commitment, you've taken the decision process out. You don't have to think anymore. You just simply execute. 3, 2, 1, go. So think about your life at this point right now. Is there anything you have been procrastinating? Maybe it's even organizing your closet or cleaning out your car or doing some follow-up or working out on your calendar. Whatever it is for you, I challenge you to write down a few things that have been stirring up for you throughout this podcast. What are you procrastinating on? And then ask, what is my why? Why do I want to experience success in this area? And then what does an easy process and a successful finish line truly look like for me? And then 3, 2, 1, go. With 100% commitment. This, friends, is going to build up that inner trust. It's going to build up your inner confidence. And you are going to know that when you say you're going to do something, you have belief in yourself that you are going to do it. And that is worth the journey. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. And remember to dream big.
Thank you so much for listening today. Head over to denisewalsh.com. Enter your email to subscribe to our list, and I'll be sending out an early bird special coupon. 50% off, in fact, of the Dream Life Workbook when it is launched in just a few months. So if you want to have first dibs, let's get your name on that list. Thanks again. I so appreciate you. And remember to dream big.